hope you all are fit and fine and you all have enjoyed your holidays. Today I am starting my first lecture of the IT after holidays, and I think you all have completed your syllabus and we have done the earlier syllabus. In this earlier syllabus we have done the 3 chapters. Now I am starting the chapter number 10 for starting the other chapters. This is about the internet. You all are very much familiar with the internet. In daily basis you are using the internet. Uh, so what is internet? So I am going to start telling you the definition of the internet. What is internet? Internet. Inter means interconnected, net means network. Interconnected network of the computer. All over the world, all the computers are connected with each other and they are sharing the information within a specific time period, within a short period of the time. That is very easy for us. It is very convenient for us for communicating to the other persons. It is very helpful for us in our daily life. It is really just like a boon. It's a doing operation 24/7. The 24 hours, 7 days it is doing its operation. All at any time you can open the internet and you can do your activities which you want to do on the internet. All over the world is connected through the internet. All the companies, when you see when they are giving their advertisements, then you can see that they are having their websites. So all are on the internet. They are doing the advertisements through their websites. We can search all the information about that companies. They are doing their work on the internet. All the computer are all the employees who are sitting at the home in this corona time and they are doing their job. They are doing the work from home. We teachers also using this facility internet for giving you online education. If there is no internet, then it is not possible for giving the online education. And I think I need not to tell you about how important it is in our daily life. So this is the importance of the internet. Next I will tell you the advantages and the disadvantages of the internet. Next is advantages of the internet. What are the various advantages of this internet? There are the various advantages. I think I need not to tell you, but according to your syllabus I have to tell you this. First is the education. I need not to tell you what the importance of internet in education. Now these days we all are internet savvy and we are taking the online classes, that is through the internet. This is the most beneficial at this time for us. We are attending the online classes. We are studying our syllabus through online. We can take the tuitions online. We can fill the forms online. We can do our study online. We can achieve any degree, any degree that courses is online. You can also opt this. You can find out the syllabus. You can find out the data of this, and you can find out any topic related to your syllabus. Also you can watch many videos according to your syllabus. That will be very beneficial for you in study. So this is the advantages of the internet in the education. Next is the convenient mode of communication. That is the most convenient mode of education, because most convenient mode of communication, because in this we are using the email, WhatsApp. Within a fraction of the seconds we can send our messages to our friend. We can send our files to our friends. We can send our data to our friends. These days the students of 9th 10th are presenting their presentations, and you have also attended the Google Meet. Through the Google Meet we all are attaching with each other, and that is the convenient mode of the communication, that all are sitting at their homes and we are talking with each other by seeing their face. Video conferencing is an example of this convenient mode of the communication. Next is business. Everyone is using the internet in a business, because without internet business, everyone is doing the advertisement of its business on the internet. We are doing the online shopping through internet. We are doing online payment, online everything we are doing the online these days through the internet. Next is the e-commerce. E-commerce is selling or buy the goods through the internet. Every day we are selling our things on the internet. We are buying many goods from the internet. We are paying for that. We are using the Google Pay, ePay, Paytm. We are using these options on the internet. So technology has made our life more easier. That is the benefits of the internet in our life. And our life without the internet is not, these days our life without internet is nothing. If you feel that one day your internet is not running, that is not working, you feel ki, what the hell is this, everything is off, you are not enjoying your life, you are having a burden, how I will do my work, how I will send the messages, how I will talk to my friends. So these are the advantages of the internet. Next is media and the entertainment. Media and entertainment means in this you are using internet online. You can watch you on YouTube. You can watching the music. You can watching the movies. You can download the movies whenever you are feeling bored. On the internet, you can see many cartoons also. Netflix, etc. There are the many options. By you opting these options through the internet, you can you can entertain yourself. Next is health and fitness. Everything you can through the internet, that is also beneficial in the health and fitness. Through the internet you can see that how you can make you healthy. There are various tips that comes on the daily basis, and by following these tips you can see this on YouTube. You can see many videos of the fitness. And by in these methods, in these things, you can see that how what is the advantages of the internet in our daily life. Our life without the internet is really dull these times. So these are the advantages, but with the advantages there are some disadvantages of this also. Next is the disadvantages of the internet. With the advantages, there are many disadvantages of this also. You can see that virus threats. This is the main disadvantages of the internet. When you are using the internet, then you can be attacked by the virus. This virus comes into your files. It deletes all the files. It can delete all your data. It can spoil your PC also. This attacks can come through the internet. Next is the spamming. What is the spamming? This attacks comes through your emails. Whenever you get the emails from any unwanted users, from any unauthorized person, and you open the emails that you have got the 3 lakh rupees, and you have won the 3 lakh rupees, and you open that mails, and whenever as you open that mails, and then your mail information goes to that person. So this attack is known as the spamming. So please don't open the unauthorized mail. That is not of your interest. That you from the unknown persons, if mails comes, please, you should not open that mails. Next is the theft of the personal information. We are using all the things through the internet. We are paying our bills through the internet. We are inserting our personal data. We are inserting our credit card numbers, all bank account numbers. So whenever we are paying through the internet, we should use the safe websites. We should use. Otherwise, unauthorized person, hackers can theft your personal information, and they can take the money from your banks also. Next is the cyber. Sorry, this is the cyber. Next is the cyber terrorism. There is a cyber terrorism that can attack on your pieces. In cases you have heard about there is a cyber attack through the China. So please don't open any unauthorized mail also. That is the cyber terrorism. They will attack your, whenever you will open that emails, it will crash all the data of your pieces, and they will take the information, they will take your personal information from your pieces. That is known as the cyber terrorism. Next is the time wastage. Well, you know very well, these days we are using the WhatsApp, we are using the Facebook social networking sites. That is not more useful to us. We are just sending a messages, passing the images, and we are, for the whole time we are just sitting on these social networking sites, and we are just wasting our time. So with the advantages, there are some disadvantages of everything also. These are disadvantages. Now our next topic is computing ethics. What are the ethics, that are the principle that we should follow when we are doing the work on the computers? Whenever you are in computer environment, there is some set of the principles. By following that principles, you will be in a safe environment. So these ethics we should follow when you are the computer safe. What are these ethics? First is, don't use technology to steal the information. Please keep in mind, when we are using this technology, we should not use it for the bad purpose. We should not steal the information of any persons, any personal information of anyone. Don't spy on others' person data. Don't always try to spy on the person's data. You should uh, you should uh, you should you should be aware about your data. Please don't spy on another person's data. Avoid buying pirated software. We should buy the original software. We should not buy the pirated software. Otherwise, this chain will go on and it will create a disturbance in the technology environment. Next is, do not spread the rumors. Please, through the WhatsApp group, through the social networking sites, we should not post such type of posts. We should not post such type of news that can create the rumors. Next is, develop the software. Keep in mind its social impact. When we are developing a new software, we are developing a new website, we should keep in mind what the impact it will be on the people, on the world. By thinking this, we should develop our software. Next, be respectful and courteous with the fellow users. The users which are in your environment, which are doing the work in your company, that we should be respectful and the courteous to all that persons. Now our next topic is unethical practices. There are the various points in this unethical practice. First point that comes is unethical, that is the plagiarism. What is the plagiarism? Before explaining its definition, I will explain it through some points. Firstly, you will understand the points, then its definition will be clear to you. What are these points? What is plagiarism? First is, steal the information and present it as your own information. If you are stealing the data of someone and presenting it, it's your own data. That is the plagiarism. Next is to commit the literary theft. Next is to commit literary theft means whenever this is the theft of related to some literary. When जब आप किसी का लिटरेरी रिलेटेड, मतलब आप एजुकेशन रिलेटेड या कुछ भी पढ़ाई रिलेटेड कोई भी डेटा आप किसी का चुराते हैं, दैट इज नोन एज द लिटरेरी थेफ्ट. नेक्स्ट इज टू यूज अनदर प्रोडक्शंस with existing source. If you are using the another productions and you are presenting it, it's your production, that is also an act of plagiarism. Next is to present the new idea from an existing source. If there is some existing source and from that source you are taking some data, you are doing some copy and paste and you are presenting it's your own new data, you are presenting something new, that is known as the act of the plagiarism. Now I am explaining this definition, that is, it is usage or imitation of the language. When you are doing some changes in the language and the thoughts of another person. If you are taking the data of someone person and you are changing in it, you are changing something in it and you are presented it as your original work, this is known as the plagiarism. Now how we can avoid the plagiarism? There are the various points by which we can avoid this plagiarism. We can use the quotation mark around all the quoted words of the another person. If we are using the quotations of the another person, then we should use the quotation mark around it so that it is clear that we are using the another person's information. Next, we can rephrase the matter. If we are doing the copy paste, if we are doing the copy paste things, and then after pasting we should rephrase that matter in your own language. So by this we can avoid this plagiarism. Next, encourage the students to give some innovative ideas. We should, from the school time, we should encourage the students to give some innovative ideas so that they will not be in a habit of this plagiarism and they will create their own data and they will create their own innovative ideas. Next is, when we are using the data, when we are using some already built up data from any source. So wherever we are using this, in the bracket we should specify the source, that from where we are doing this data. These are the methods of the plagiarism. Now student, what we have read in our today's lecture, we have read about the internet, we have read about their advantages and disadvantages. Then after that I have told you about the ethical issues. Next I have told you what is unethical practices. So these points you should keep in mind when you are using the internet, because we are in a habit of just copy and paste the data in our, and we are representing our assignments to the teachers also, but this is not a good habit. We should avoid this plagiarism. We should not just do copy and then just do the paste. When you are pasting, just read out the matter and just try to change it and just put your some innovative ideas. That will create your creativity, that will enhance your creativity, and that will build up your ideas, and you will this will help in your life also. Because whenever we are in a habit of copy and paste, we are just a copy master. We are just becoming a copy master. Please don't become a copy master. Try to avoid these things and try to innovate your new ideas, present something new, create something new. Then you can be a good scientist, you can be a new creator for this work. Thank you and have a nice day.